Hi, it's Miriam, and this is my mukbang, and I'm saying that YouTubers need to stop complaining. The subject is stop complaining that being a YouTuber is hard, because being a YouTuber is not hard. Regular jobs are hard. Hold on. Richard, honey? Richard! Here's TV show. It's not hard, okay? But to my meal. I have a piece of bread, some water. I do not have tea. I drink tea a lot, and I'm trying to cut back. It's not the greatest thing to have for your kidneys and sugar and whatever, if you sugar it, which I do. And I have turkey. And that is turkey. I've got two of these. Not sure it's I guess. Oh! You weren't supposed to do that. And salad with carrot, lettuce, and tomato. Yes, I use my hands. So what? So anyway, and I've said my blessing over my meal, and it's good. Richard made the salad, and he made the turkey legs, and I'm gonna pretend I have some class and try to control myself as far as the turkey wings. Turkey wings, not turkey legs. Yeah, so anyway, I've been noticing a lot of people have been saying, but it's so hard to be a YouTuber. Oh, it's so hard. Oh my goodness, all the editing. Oh, it's so hard. So all the YouTubers who think that being a YouTuber is hard, apparently you've never actually had a job. Being a YouTuber is not hard. Being a coal miner, going into the ground and picking that coal, which will, over the course of time, give you black lung and a slow, painful death, is hard. Going into the ground where you have to have those little hats that have the little light thingamajiggies on because it's so dark, and not knowing if you're going to be trapped and the support system gives way and you're buried alive under the coal and the dust, that's hard. Being a factory worker is hard. Being a police officer is hard because you never know when somebody's going to shoot at you. Being a doctor is hard. If you lose a patient, oh my goodness, excuse me, turkey. Not too salty. Very good. Being a chef or a cook is hard work. It may be enjoyable, you may have a passion for it, as with being a doctor, but it's hard work. Shouldn't have done that. Being a truck driver is hard because you have to meet the schedule. You have to deal with the crazy other people that's on the road. A lot of times you're sleep deprived. And indeed, being a bus driver is hard. Being a bricklayer, a waiter, plumber. Oh my goodness, a plumber. And when they get good money, it's hard work. Being a pizza delivery person is hard because you never know when somebody's trying to set you up so they can rob you. Being a YouTuber is not hard. And I'm tired of people complaining about it. And I want you to think about that. Think about jobs that you've had. Even babysitting is challenging because you don't know if you're going to like the kids or if the kids are going to like you. You don't know if they're good children or if they just want to show off. You don't know if the mom or dad doesn't just want you to babysit, but they want you to do all the housework and, just it's like they want you to be the babysitter and maid and maintenance, groundskeeper and stuff. Though sometimes you get a sweet deal, get a nice family, you're good and everything. There's a lot of things that's hard, but being a YouTuber is not hard. Being a YouTuber is a stone gas. Sorry. I mean, it's all on you. I would say being a YouTuber is challenging. There's a difference between having a challenging job and a difficult job. It ain't difficult being a YouTuber. All you need is you and your imagination. I'm gonna try to eat more lettuce because I hear it's a diuretic. I understand that it's a diuretic, which is good. Not a heavy, strong diuretic, but it's has a mild diuretic effect. I don't like it when my mouth is open really wide. I don't. Oh, being a mover, when you move people's furniture and stuff like that, is hard. Being a train conductor is hard. Being a YouTuber, you decide what equipment you will have. You decide what your subjects are going to be. You decide how long your videos will be. You decide how often you release your videos. You decide who your target audience is. I'm trying to find out what's hard about it. True, you have to, especially if you're not initially tech savvy, you have to learn. So what's the hard thing do you have to do? Do you have to go to an encyclopedia? Do you have to order a subscription to a publication? Do you have to go to a school to learn how to be a YouTuber? No. You can go on the internet and go to YouTube and type in, how do I become a YouTuber? And it will tell you. You can have fancy tripods and cameras and lighting and umbrella thingamajiggies. You can do it on your computer, your iPad, your iPhone, Android phone. It can be as high tech and low tech as you and your budget can handle, because you control that. I'm doing this with a camera phone. And the lighting, that's where I live. I wish I thought it. And some people, it's like they think they have to be Cecil B. DeMille. You don't have to be Cecil B. DeMille. You don't have to start out successful like PewDiePie or Logan Paul or Amy Slayton. As a matter of fact, again, this is why I tell people, Amy Slayton. Amy Slayton is not a fancy schmancy person. There are people with more education who are spending more money on their videos who are not making it past 1,000, 2,000, 10,000. And Amy Slayton is killing the game. And what I can see, she's just using a regular phone. The lighting is not what you would recommend. Excuse me. The lighting is not what you would recommend to make a YouTube video, because she's in her home and the lighting isn't is not like even like this. And I'm just squeaking along with my little 32 subscribers. I appreciate all of you. I love ya. But you know what I mean? But she's killing the game. People are collaborating with her. I believe she has AdSense. I wish I had AdSense one day. So, you start where you are and stop whining. majority of us YouTubers are descended from people who worked hard. Whether they be free man, slave, apprentice, or whatever. They did hard work. They used muscle power or non-electric machinery equipment, and they did their work. And if you could zoom them into our time and tell them that you could just take a little rectangle thingy and make moving pictures that spoke and had color and send them to people all over the world, and ultimately you could actually make a financial profit off of it, and you didn't even have to go to a bank to get the money. But there were people who were complaining how hard that was. So you have to tell your mind what's real. And stop telling your mind destructive things. Like, oh, it's so hard. It's hard. It's so hard. Don't try to be so perfect. Unless you're a Holly... Unless you're like you're like a budding Man Ray. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be all slick. I saw somebody's video. Somebody's starting out. Nice young lady. I believe she's got a degree. Spent the money on the lighting. You know, little round, the O-ring thingy-jiggy light. The little umbrellas. The tripod thing. Nice looking woman. Got a nice little outfit on. Got her hair did and everything. And she's talking. And you know what? She was wearing glasses. And her glasses had two white circles. Instead of seeing her eyes, you see the white circles, the reflection of the O-ring shaped light. Also, she's sweet as she could be, pleasant as she could be, but she was talking, trying to be professional, trying to do it just so, trying, instead of just being herself. And I thought, well, she's fine. I hadn't even started yet, but you know, it encouraged me. But it was like, you can try too hard sometimes. You can try too hard. When you're new, just start where you're at. Have fun. Do what you love. Oh, let me show you some of this food. I don't know if I even told you because I was so excited to talk about my subject. This is carrot. This is tomato. Isn't that pretty? Tom-a-to. Lettuce. Lettuce. Turn up tomorrow on time. There's no turnip. There's no time. Oh yeah, there's bread. Agua. Keep it simple. So anyway, I mean, really, I know, like, for a lot of people, it's new territory. For me, it's new territory. But being a YouTuber is not hard. It's challenging. My husband gets on my case about that. That's why he hates for me to talk with food in my mouth, which, of course, is correct. Being a YouTuber is not hard. Being a YouTuber is challenging. There's a difference between being challenging and being hard. Like I said, bricklayer, plumber, waiter, truck driver, nurse. Being a nurse is hard. And we've got technology, but they keep working them harder, putting more work on them, trying to use less nurses. That's why it's hard. That's why that's hard. Like I said, factory worker, doctor, coal miner, electrician, plumber, ballet dancer, Even though, again, some of those jobs you would have a passion, like a ballet dance. That's hard. And you have a small window. Being a YouTuber is not hard. You just have to think, okay, who am I? What am I about? What do I want? Who's my target audience? What are they about? What do they want? And if you're not sure, think about the places that you go to. When you go to YouTube, you go online, when you go to Instagram, who do you follow? What pages do you like? Who makes you happy? Because that's a clue to who you are and who your target audience may be. Because they're probably people that are into that same thing. So then you observe people that are doing what you are doing. I've seen people like Corey P. Mukbangs with Corey P. And different ones, they're doing a really, I like the way they do their thing. He's a mukbanger. And there are other people that have different things that they do, that they talk about, whatever it is they talk about. Money, like Jasprit Singh, Minority Mindset. And there are people who talk about recipes, like cooking with Tovia, so forth. So the things that interest you, those are the people that whose pages and YouTube channels and websites you need to visit so you can get an idea of what you are and who your target audience is and get ideas. And I'm going to tell you something else. Like the people I name, I think they do an excellent job, right? Sometimes when you go around, you see these pages or you see these vloggers, and they're not just, how can I put it? They're not just rookie. Like the young lady, you can see the light thing and reflecting in her glasses, poor soul. They're not just rookie. They're just bad at what they do. There's a difference between people who have a quaintness about them, they're quaint, you know, and people who just, they're just not good. I looked at people and I thought, what in the world were they thinking? They're not even, okay, you could be like Cecily DeMille, which most of us will not be. Not when we start, and a lot of us never, right? Or you can be like John Waters, you know what I mean? Where even when it's bad, it's good, you know? Even when it's... even when it's not like old Hollywood glamour, but it's B and C movie deliciousness. You know, you can be good at that. But then there are people who just, you don't want to watch them. And you're like, and you're looking at what they're doing, and you're thinking, why did you think this was a good idea? Not to say that they won't get better, but they got a way to go and a big mountain to climb. And that teaches you and me what not to do. So it's good to watch people who ain't killing it. It's good to watch people who, I hate to say this, but it's good to watch people who are absolutely lousy at what they do, because then you can recognize what works and what doesn't. What's excellent, what's deliciously cheesy. Somebody's in my hallway. They were so quiet too. They were quiet. I'm gonna be quiet, listen to them, listen. They're not fighting, just talking. Okay. What I'm saying is, by looking at different pages and channels that interest you, where people are doing or talking about or demonstrating what you're interested in, and you get to see the people who are really horrible, and people who are really slick, and people who are good at what they're doing, but it's at different stages, and people who are just like from left field, and it shouldn't be good, but somehow it's working. And it will help you to understand where you're at and what to do that could work for you and what to avoid so you won't have a disaster. I have 2 turkey wings here, but I know I'm going to have more. I like eating with my hands. I know it doesn't look ladylike, but I don't always feel that way. And I do plan on, in the future, having a more ladylike type mukbang, but this ain't gonna be it. mm. Look at the meat falling. Oh. Mm. 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 Yeah, I had to make sure I didn't have any stubble. So glad I checked. If only you men, if only you guys knew how many of us have to do that. I've thought about demonstrating. Removing. Don't use chemicals because I just as soon use a razor. I'm not putting chemicals that I don't need to be putting on my skin. If a razor or threading or waxing can do the trick. But yeah, I want you to understand, because if you're telling yourself that being a YouTuber is hard, how successful do you think you're going to be? Do you think Amy Slayton tells herself, "Oh, it's really hard to do this"? I don't think she says that to herself. That's why she's got all those many thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. I mean, she's killing the game. I hadn't meant to chop it like this. I meant to do like this. But I wasn't thinking. Ah. Onion. The onion. Looks like an alien. From a sci-fi movie. So, the thing is, it's a challenge of being creative and being real, which not everybody has the courage to be real. And if you don't like your job, you can blame it on your boss, you can blame it on the commute, you can blame it on the idiots that you have to work with, or charming people. You can blame it on a whole bunch of stuff. But if you fail at YouTubing, it's you, right? Just think about why you got started. Think about why you got started, and that will help you to keep it fresh. Sometimes you might have to take a break, but it will help you to keep it fresh and pursue it, because things just don't drop in your lap. Nobody knocks on your door and says, "Look, I got this really big check and I got this endorsement," or whatever, just because you're sitting there thinking, I wish. You have to do it. And never before have people had the ability to control their own lives and to put out media that they want, that's inspired from them and that's their own idea. So stop whining and do it. And I'm going to do some shout outs because I like these people's work, and they're all very different. Okay, number one is a really cool lady. She does mukbangs and story times and comedy, and she does news, social media news, what's going on with the YouTubers and stuff. And she goes by A Black Man's Dream. Yes, A Black Man's Dream. And I think she really is. And I enjoy her channel, so check it out. Creative Grandma is another one. I've got so much yarn and different size knitting needles and crochet needles, and it's been over a year since I've touched any of them, and it was knitting. And she shows you how to do crochet. She might do knitting too, but I like crochet, and there's some things that I need to learn, and she showed me how to do it. And so, Creative Grandma. And the third one, the last and third one, is Swoop. And Swoop is really an interesting person. They all are, but different. These are 3 different women, all different interests. Ooh, excuse me. Swoop is a woman who's she does make films. She is a filmmaker, and she's very good at it. Her editing, I love it. And she's very funny, and she's very intelligent. Then on top of that, she's really foxy. I mean, she's a hottie. She really is. And she's a musician. She's a singer, man. And I was like, what? What? Swoop. So I'm a black man's dream, creative grandma, and Swoop. All different types of people, different types of video, different presentation. You know, learn and support people who are doing good work, and stop whining and get out there and make good content. Yeah.